The widespread belief that altering your body's pH through dietary changes can prevent or even cure a wide array of diseases, including cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, has gained traction across wellness communities and social media platforms. This idea, commonly known as alkalizing your body, is often rooted in a misinterpretation of scientific research and fails to consider how the human body truly operates. This article explores the origins of this misconception, dissects the scientific inaccuracies behind it, and provides a more accurate, evidence-based perspective on what actually supports lasting health. The origins of the alkaline diet myth. Notion of controlling the body's pH to influence health stems largely from a distorted understanding of the 1931 Nobel Prize-winning research conducted by Dr. Otto Warburg, not Dr. Albert Vance as often misattributed. Dr. Warburg's research revealed that cancerous cells tend to thrive in low oxygen, acidic environments. However, this discovery was about the metabolic environment within cancer cells, not the pH level of the entire body or bloodstream. Despite this critical nuance, proponents of the alkaline diet jumped to the conclusion that eating foods deemed alkaline-forming could turn the whole body alkaline and therefore prevent disease. As a result, foods like red meat, eggs, and dairy have been unfairly vilified as acidic threats to health, while green vegetables, lemon water, and plant-based foods have been hailed as the ultimate disease-fighting powerhouses. Why this interpretation is scientifically inaccurate, according to Dr. Evelyn Reed, a leading expert in metabolic health and clinical nutrition. This interpretation not only lacks scientific backing, but can actually be harmful for several reasons. 1. Blood pH is tightly controlled. The human body maintains a very narrow blood pH, range between 7.35 and 7.45. The slightly alkaline range is necessary for the proper functioning of enzymes, hormone activity, and biochemical processes. If your blood pH falls outside this range, it constitutes a medical emergency that requires immediate intervention. To prevent this, your body employs sophisticated regulatory systems, including the lungs, kidneys, and internal buffer mechanisms, which work continuously to neutralize any fluctuations caused by dietary intake. For example, if you eat a large steak or drink a cup of coffee, your blood pH doesn't suddenly become acidic. Instead, your kidneys filter and excrete excess acids or bases through the urine. Your lungs also help regulate pH by expelling carbon dioxide, which is acidic in nature. These built-in systems are so efficient that the food you eat has minimal effect on your overall blood pH too. Chronic diseases have more complex origins. Many chronic conditions, such as cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases, are not directly caused by the acidity or alkalinity of one's diet. Instead, these diseases typically stem from long-standing issues like chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, insulin resistance, sedentary lifestyles, poor sleep habits, and exposure to environmental toxins. Simplifying these conditions to a single dietary factor not only misleads people, but can also divert attention from addressing the root causes through comprehensive lifestyle changes. 3. Misconceptions about specific foods. The alkaline diet often categorizes foods in misleading ways, labeling them as either alkaline-forming or acid-forming, without considering their nutritional context or how they interact with the body. In a balanced diet, meat and eggs, misunderstood nutritional powerhouse. Meat and eggs are frequently criticized for allegedly creating an acidic environment in the body. However, scientific evidence shows that they do not change your blood pH. More importantly, these foods are rich sources of high-quality protein, B vitamins, iron, zinc, and essential amino acids. When consumed in appropriate portions and prepared healthfully, they contribute to muscle maintenance, immune function, and metabolic health. The real concern with meat and eggs often lies in how they are consumed. Highly processed meats or meat-heavy diets paired with refined grains, sugary sauces, and inflammatory vegetable oils can indeed contribute to health issues. But lean meats, eggs, and even nutrient-dense organ meats like liver, when included as part of a varied diet, support numerous physiological functions and overall wellness. Fruits, natural but not always harmless fruits, are generally nutritious, providing vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. However, modern agricultural practices have significantly increased the sweetness and fructose content of many fruits compared to their ancestral counterparts. High fructose intake, even from natural sources, can burden the liver, raise blood, sugar, and insulin levels, increase visceral fat, and contribute to inflammation. For individuals managing metabolic conditions such as diabetes, insulin resistance, polycystic ovary syndrome (PCOS), or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease (NAFLD), overconsumption of fruit can worsen their health issues. In such cases, moderating fruit intake and choosing lower sugar options like berries, green apples, or citrus fruits may be more appropriate. Vegetables, healthy with a caveat, vegetables are an essential part of any balanced diet. However, some vegetables, particularly leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and kale, are high in oxalates. When eaten raw in large quantities, oxalates can bind to calcium and form kidney stones in susceptible individuals. Furthermore, raw vegetables contain compounds known as anti-nutrients such as lectins and phytates, which may interfere with the absorption of key minerals and cause digestive discomfort in sensitive people. This doesn't mean you should avoid vegetables, but it highlights the importance of variety and preparation. Cooking methods like steaming, fermenting, or sautéing can reduce the concentration of oxalates and anti-nutrients, making vegetables easier to digest and their nutrients. More BIOAVAILABLE. The bigger picture, what truly supports health. Reed stresses that obsessing over alkalizing the body is not only unnecessary, but distracts from the fundamentals of good health. Achieving genuine wellness involves a multifaceted approach that includes balanced nutrition, focus on whole foods, including a mix of lean proteins, healthy fats, fiber-rich vegetables, and low-sugar fruits. Avoid ultra-processed foods, excessive added sugars, and industrial seed oils. Adequate sleep. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support hormonal balance, brain function, and metabolic health. Stress management. Practice deep breathing, mindfulness, meditation, or light exercise to reduce cortisol levels and enhance resilience. Physical activity. Engage in regular movement, including strength training, aerobic exercises, and daily walking to improve cardiovascular health and insulin sensitivity. Hydration. Drink plenty of clean water throughout the day to support detoxification, digestion, and overall vitality. Environmental awareness. Minimize exposure to environmental toxins, such as endocrine disruptors in plastics, pesticides in food, and pollutants in air or water. Conclusion. Embrace scientific wisdom, not dietary fads. The idea of alkalizing your body through diet may sound appealing in its simplicity, but it is scientifically unfounded and potentially distracting. Your body already possesses an intricate system for maintaining pH balance. Instead of fearing foods based on inaccurate acidity labels, focus on understanding how your diet fits into the broader picture of health. Rather than adhering to rigid food categories like alkaline or acidic, Americans are better served by building a lifestyle rooted in balance, moderation, and mindfulness. Nourish your body with diverse, nutrient-rich foods. Listen to your unique health needs, and above all, rely on evidence-based science rather than wellness myths to guide your health journey. In doing so, you support not just pH balance, but a resilient, thriving body for years to come.